So there's actually some so-called expert out here who actually said that Patrick Mahomes has played against a softer defense compared to Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady. Oh, the haters are coming loud. They hate it. Oh, they can't stand. They can't stand the thought that Patrick Mahomes is doing the thing. He's doing the thing. And I know before people even say it, it's true. Black quarterback doing the thing because that's the reality. That's what the low key of it is. Now let me go one by one, shall I? Joe Montana was one of my favorite quarterbacks growing up. Montana was composed, coolest. The only other quarterback I'd say that was as cool as him was probably Roger Staubach, but Joe Montana was on the level cool. However, he had a great team stack. Bill Walsh is one of the greatest coaches, greatest minds ever. He won 2 rings without Jerry Rice, but it didn't hurt to have Jerry Rice. It didn't hurt to have Ronnie Lott. Even Matt Millen, who was a meathead as a GM in Detroit, but he could play linebacker. And Fred Dean, I can go on. Roger Craig, who should be in the Hall of Fame, underrated and appreciated. John Taylor. They had guys. Now, when we get, so I can understand maybe if you went there at Montana because the era was tougher. Brady and Manning don't get no pass because the league softened up. Where do I start? Brady's arguably the GOAT. I'm not going to argue that right now. But they did soften the league for calls. You couldn't touch him. You couldn't sneeze on him. You couldn't blow bubbles near his head. Same thing with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, they moved him out to AFC East because Chad Pennington waxed that behind. They couldn't beat New England, so they put him in the South. That's how the Colts got over. Some people don't remember how they conveniently moved him around. And I'm going to keep it 100 about that. I don't know if Peyton Manning would have came out the AFC East ever. He may have been in a James Harden situation. You know how a guy is so great during the regular season, but you get to the postseason? And so, and his Super Bowls were lackluster. Yeah, he won 2, but he was not that memorable in them. And then the ones that he lost, he was atrocious in them. Because he stunk it up against New Orleans, that bad interception. I'll never forget that interception. And then that one against Seattle, which was a nightmare. It was brutal. So anyway, that's what we talk about here. But Patrick Mahomes has just been dominant. You know, you can call it Shaquille O'Neal dominance. You can call it Michael Jordan dominance. You can call it Steph Curry style. However you want to call it. Ain't seen nothing like him. And I know it's bugging him. He reads defenses. He knows how to play an ugly game. He knows how to be finesse. Can't do what he can do. Not have the gift and not know what you're doing. But they're going to be haters who are going to come out and detractors. They got to hang on because that's all they know. Wouldn't it have been nice if I could have put Patrick Mahomes' career and said, hey, James Harris was great, Joe Gilliam was great, Doug Williams was great, Randall Cunningham was great, and brothers had gotten a chance. Wouldn't it have been nice? But the NFL wasn't like that. He just so happens to really come of age in the era where, and I say this because it is a reality, and so he stands alone. And I don't like it because he's that dominant. Tough. That's all I got to say about that. He is the best quarterback I've ever seen. I agree with Mad Dog Russo on that. And then I think about there was no other black quarterbacks didn't have the same opportunities that this man has had. So he done ran through the door and busted the door in. He is a groundbreaker right before your eyes. And there are people who can't stand it. They'll just use different ways of trying to downplay it, but make no mistake about it. I already know. He's one of one. And that's why you see more starters and what have you, because he's in paved the way. I'm going to keep it 100. That's no disrespect to Joe Montana, who I got is probably the third greatest quarterback ever. If you want to say tied for second with Brady, fine. Peyton Manning is in my bottom end of my top 10. He's top 10, though. 6, 7, 8. Postseason left a lot to be desired. But with Mahomes, I'm telling you, Mahomes is in rare company. But I am not trying to hear nobody use some side diss into a man that already proved what he's about. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay true, stay real, stay clean, stay clear. I'm out one time. Peace.